these gentlemen just walked in the factory here. And who are you?
I am Steve.
And?
I'm Todd.
And what are you?
So we're representing the civilian ranger unit. And these would have been civilians that would have been hired on by the U.S. military to provide things like scouting and river travel, barges, that kind of thing. And we were different from regular soldiers because we provided all our own equipment and we could wear what we wanted and get a small salary from the Army for those services.
Very nice. So let's describe your outfit that you're wearing.
Okay, well, I'm starting with what's called a frock coat, and these are very, very common kind of outdoor coats. Some people would call these hunting frocks.
Okay.
They normally will have some kind of fringe on them, and then they're caped, right? So they have the capes on.
Keep the warmth in.
Yeah. And
Oh, thank you.
we generally would just wear just a cotton shirt, and then these are the breeches. But what I'm wearing here are leggings, and these leggings are waxed canvas. But this is actually a Native American thing that a lot of people went to in that time because it kept a lot of the brush and briars.
Yeah.
And in the wintertime, you'd wear them where they were wool, and they do keep keeping your feet warm.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. Now, Townsends actually mentioned that about the smoke in here when you're cooking. You guys might not be able to see it, but it is very hazy in here. And you can smell the wood smoke. Yep. And this is one of the things Townsend was mentioned, where the hearth was on the floor with the cooking. And this is where his is. He made an elevated one, so it's easier. See how this lady's actually on her hands and knees trying to get the fire started.
Yeah. So,
Here.
historically, I'm good, thank you. You could either have a roughly level hearth surface, or a little bit of a step up. The step up, we're going to see more and more into the 1800s. Partly for that, the reason why you might have it flat is it just gives you that much more surface area to get inside here and work. And that's the design of fireplaces in the early 1800s. This is where you're doing all your cooking, your cleaning, your candle dipping. So you're actually physically getting in here a lot more than we do in a modern fireplace. So you need that space for work.
And are you one of the reenactors here?
So I'm one of our living history interpreters. I'm a staff member here at Fort Osage.
And what do you do?
What do I do? This is what I do a lot of the day.
Candles.
Right now I'm doing candles, but I work here. I'm in period attire talking to visitors just like yourselves about what life was like here in the early 1800s. And if I'm not here, we're working on research and writing. We have school tours, so we're working on curriculum and curriculum standards for school groups. This is an ongoing, there's an ongoing research and archaeological aspect to the site as well. So if we're not working directly with
living world.
Huh?
Living history.
Living world history, like really.
Yeah, so we have yearly archaeological digs, ongoing historic research and writing.
Excited.
So yeah, that's what we're doing.
I'm going to show you this pantry full of very interesting dishes.
Beautiful dishes.
And here is a bow with some arrows and a spear up there.
How long would your recording be in these candles?
So it's going to depend how tall you want the candle to be. So there's two different techniques you can use. What I'm using is what I consider to be a little simpler. I'm going to have two candles from this. Okay. So I will hang it, I'm going to hang these along like this. And I can actually grab that centerpiece, dip the candles in. So they will roughly be maybe this high. And then, like I said, the thickness, the thickness is generated by how many times I dip the wick into the candle wax. So, we were just talking about we're doing some candle dipping this today. So this is kind of the
Yeah, you
less
can see the
interesting
smoke
in my
right here.
part of the process.
Here's
I'm
the
actually
view from
melting
outside
my
this
wax,
window.
So I have to have it melted before I can start the dipping process. So that's what I'm doing right now. I've got a big hunk of beeswax here in this tin pot, and I'm waiting on it to melt.
Now, how do you actually, like, timed on average how long it takes for it to melt down? Or is it just kind of
You know,
randomish?
for this amount, I'm not sure. I think it'll take a little while. That's partly why it's in a tin pot. Tin's going to conduct the heat a little bit faster and better for me. So it's going to heat that liquid up faster being in tin than something like cast iron. So it'll heat up and cool down faster. So for my job, my work today, that's perfect.
An old paint can, huh?
Huh?
It's an old paint can.
No, that's actually a tin pot made just special.
It looks
It
like
looks
an old
like
paint
it.
can.
Yeah, it does look like it. However, no, it is special purchased, special made for things like
So here, I was standing right beside this, and I noticed you have an inkwell and pins. Can I take out one of these, so?
Oh yeah. Yep. So yep, those are our quills for quill writing.
And I'm getting, what is this little bit?
Okay, so that is a tape loom. So it is going to make what's called cotton tape. Cotton tape's a pretty versatile substance in the early 1800s. I'm gonna here. Yeah. So that's what we're weaving, and you can feel it's pretty strong. And in a world before elastic, it's going to be pretty helpful when you need the strength and you need a little bit of give. So examples, today we call them suspenders, but in the early 1800s they're called braces for men to wear, or the ties for women's pockets. So women's pockets are not going to be attached to the garment, they're going to be a separate item that is worn tight around the waist, and it's going to give you the ability to let the pockets move with you. So if I sit down, I don't have all my pocket contents falling out. In many ways, the pockets themselves almost look like a little drawstring bag that's right here. Only the top's always accessible to me. And so when I'm having to multitask, I can just reach in my pocket and grab what I need.
More efficient than modern day clothes.